What do buying lunch at a school canteen and tapping purchase on a smartphone app have in common? Well, one involves walking into a physical room and the other requires navigating a digital interface. Both are markets. In economics, a market isn't defined by its geography. It is simply any system or set of arrangements where buyers and sellers interact to exchange resources. For these systems to function, they require two specific conditions. The exchange must be based on a mutual, voluntary agreement, and there must be a clear pricing mechanism. This pricing mechanism relies on a constant negotiation. Look at this balance. On one side, buyers express their demand by showing what they are willing to pay. On the other side, sellers offer their supply based on their production capabilities. When the quantity demanded by buyers matches the quantity supplied by sellers, the scale levels out perfectly. This sets the equilibrium price, resulting in a stable condition where the transaction can occur. So a market is ultimately not a physical location. It is the balancing mechanism itself, allocating resources based on human needs. This mechanism does heavy lifting for an economy. It performs 5 core functions: facilitating exchange, allocating scarce resources, determining prices, promoting competition, and supporting overall economic growth. To accomplish these functions, market systems manifest in 2 distinct forms. These forms dictate exactly how and where the transactions happen. Here is Kajetia Market in Kumasi. This is a physical market, characterized by face-to-face transactions in a specific geographical location. They range from massive open-air hubs with complex infrastructure like this, down to traditional community spaces and retail shopping malls. Contrast that with online markets, which operate entirely on internet platforms. E-commerce websites like Jumia and ZubaShop facilitate virtual transactions, allowing buyers and sellers to connect across borders without ever meeting. Yet, regardless of whether a market takes a physical or online form, the underlying economic engine remains identical, connecting supply with demand. While the form tells us how we trade, we also classify markets by their type. This categorizes them strictly by the nature of the goods, services, or resources being exchanged. This dense ground-level view of stalls shows a vibrant product market in action. Product markets involve the exchange of tangible goods, like food, electronics, and clothing. Service markets, on the other hand, involve the exchange of intangible efforts, like banking, healthcare, or professional consulting. Next, there are labor markets, where job seekers exchange their time and skills with employers for wages. We also have virtual markets, dedicated exclusively to buying, selling, and trading digital assets, like gaming economies. Finally, the black market refers to the unauthorized or illegal trading of goods, services, or currencies, deliberately evading government regulations. We can see these specific types anchored in major Ghanaian hubs. Makola Market is known for its heavy trade in textiles and household items. Techiman Market focuses on agricultural tubers, and Tamale Central handles livestock alongside handicrafts. Let's test this framework. Consider a recruitment agency working out of an office to find workers for a new construction site. Take a second to classify that agency by both its form and its type. If the agency works face-to-face, it is a physical form. If via a web portal, it is an online form. But in either case, because it deals with exchanging work for wages, it is strictly a labor market type. Categorizing markets this way allows us to track exactly how specific resources flow through the economy. Think about the sensory differences between navigating crowded stalls in a traditional marketplace and scrolling through digital listings on a screen. Both experiences involve distinct buyers, sellers, and goods, yet both obey the exact same rules of exchange. As this map shows, the core concept of a market sits at the center. It branches out into the functions it performs for the economy, the physical or online form products to intangible services. How do online and physical markets differ in your daily routine? When you review your recent transactions, which specific type of market do you interact with most often? By understanding these precise categorizations, we can see how markets serve as the vital circulatory system for both our local communities and the broader global economy.